A pregnant teen claims her family demands that she have an abortion. So who does the law side with? Our legal guys are back. Avery Friedman in Cleveland, Richard Herman in Honolulu. Oh, we're feeling so sorry for you. Okay, so Richard, you first. This teenage girl from Corpus Christi, she gets pregnant. She's at about 10 weeks pregnant. She wants to keep the baby. Her family says, you've got to get an abortion. I guess by law, can this family force her to make the decision that they want about her pregnancy?
No. Texas Center for the Defense of Life has stepped in. There's been court proceedings. A guardian has been appointed for this 14-year-old young girl, and temporary restraining orders have been issued against the family from pressuring her or taking her to any sort of abortion clinic. If this young 14-year-old wants to have this baby, she's going to have the baby, Fred.
And so, Richard, so this judge has stepped in, barring the family from forcing her to do so, just as Richard explained, but at the same time, giving like a deadline by next Thursday. A deadline to do what?
A deadline to choose whether to keep the baby or not keep the baby. But she wants to keep it, and she's going to be allowed under the law. No one can force her to terminate this pregnancy, Fred.
So, Avery, how do you see what could potentially happen here?
Well, I see this case very differently. Reproductive rights, if this young woman who became pregnant at 13 years old wants to keep the baby, she certainly has that right. But what we have is the lawyer for this anti-abortion group making representations about what's going on, claiming that the family used violence to get her to end the pregnancy. In an interview with the grandmother, however, the grandmother admitted, yeah, we counseled her. We said, you can terminate this pregnancy or you can go full term. And that's been spun. It's been turned around as if it's a reproductive rights case. An injunction has been entered based on those representations by the lawyer for the young woman. And so we'll find out if that injunction is renewed. My bet is that it will not be, because there is no pressure on this now 14-year-old to end the pregnancy. At the end of the day, Frederica, I think it was a spin against choice issues. This young woman has the choice. The idea that the family used violence, I simply don't accept it.
All right. And so even when involving a minor, the family...
Interesting, Fred. Yeah, I wonder what would happen if it was reversed and she wanted to terminate the pregnancy and her family did not. I wonder how it would be treated in Texas under those circumstances.
Or you wonder if this organization would be supporting her, because it's a one-way street. That's why it looks like a spin.
Interesting. Right. All right, let's move on to another case, this too involving a pregnant woman. And this woman is suing Larry Flint's New Year Hustler Club because she says she was fired and first demoted because she is pregnant. Can a company do that, Avery?
No, they can't do
Even when
that.
there's a uniform involved, which is what the company is saying, there's a certain, there's a certain look that they want their waitresses to have.
What is that look, Frederica?
One that would be belly-bearing, apparently, because of the costume, but not a pregnant belly-bearing.
Yeah.
Hey, look, federal law requires that an employer reasonably accommodate an employee. The fact is that Josie Muriel, who is the plaintiff here in federal district court, is now claiming that she can perform the job. She is a waitress. She is not a stripper. She is a waitress, and she can perform the job. And you want to know something? If Hustler wants to change the uniform a little bit to reasonably accommodate that, they can do it, but they're fighting this thing. They want her out. They don't want pregnant women in there. Apparently, they want to, appeal to the people that like to see semi-nude women. Well, that's too bad. Judge Colleen McMahon, who's a federal judge in New York, has entered an order this week. There's a hearing coming up, and I think Josie's going to prevail. Okay,
and so, Richard, because by federal law, pregnancy is treated as a disability, so her condition is protected.
It's protected, Fred, but come on, let's be realistic here. She's a waitress. They wear very skimpy outfits, the waitresses. The woman is pregnant. She's full-blown, showing everything. She can't wear the skimpy outfits.
So they should have a maternity version.
Yeah, I mean, she needs maternity leave or something.
Right.
Or a baggy outfit or something there, but I don't know. Look, Larry Flint, he's been around constitutional issues for years. I think you better dig into some of the funny money here. I think he's going to be paying this one.
Well, we're laughing because you all make me laugh, but it is a serious matter, and this is a case that is being taken very seriously, so it will be interesting to see how it is eventually concluded. Richard and Avery, thanks so much. Appreciate that.
See you soon.